And now I would like to introduce Lita Fair. She was Elaine Alexander's secretary and is now the official spokesperson for FlorEssence from Elaine Alexander's office. Mrs. Fair will narrate the story and bring in the voices of the main personalities in this fascinating tale.
Hello, my name is Lita Fair, and I would like to introduce you to a story that began over 100 years ago. Most of the telling will be done by the voices of the people most closely involved in this tale. Reen Case, the nurse from Bracebridge, Ontario, who was given the original list of herbs. Dr. Charles Bruce of Cambridge, Massachusetts, a very well-respected physician, and Reen's partner for 20 years. And finally, Elaine Alexander of Vancouver, British Columbia, the broadcaster who brought this story to the public during the 1980s and the 1990s. Their voices will be brought in from interviews that have been taped over the years to give you the details. This story had its beginnings almost exactly 100 years before the herbal tea called FlorEssence was made available to the general public as the 8-herb formula that Reen Case and Dr. Bruce perfected during their 20-year partnership. In 1892, in northern Ontario, a medicine man of the Ojibwe tribe from the Algonquin Nation of North American Indians helped a white woman who was suffering. He did this using a tea the healers of his people had developed from the native wild plants. He also generously gave her the names of the plants and showed her what they looked like and where they grew in the woods and fields around them. Reen Case, our first personality, enters the story in 1922. At that time, Reen was the head nurse at a hospital in a little town called Haileybury in northern Ontario. She was born into a large, happy, caring, and loving family. It was her childhood that gave Reen her code of ethics and her love of her fellow human beings. She was once quoted as saying that the love and respect of her fellow man meant much more to her and to her family than any riches. Reen is going to relate a little about herself and her early history.
What's your name, madam?
Reen Case.
Were you born here in Bracebridge?
Yes. I was one of a family of 11. I was the middle of the family. There were 3 boys. And, I can't tell you all my family life and my...
Why did you become a nurse?
Oh, in 1912, I think.
Why?
Well, I wanted to be a nurse.